plummeting star. The Blue Foxes present the Lord's Council with evidence linking Duke Hende to the Empire. They also report that he has paid for his treason with his life. The Council denounced the Blue Foxes' unilateral action, but with the factional conflict worsening apace, they are in no position to punish them for it. Duke Hende's death may have spelled the end for his faction, but the broader conflict rages on. Lord Councillor Kimball supports the second-born prince, Victor Shatham, while Lord Councillor Joshua is a staunch backer of the third-born, Starish Shatham. The dispute between their respective factions continues to escalate, becoming violent at times. And then, Rhaegal Shatham breathes his last, and the throne of Alatane lies vacant.
It seems King Rhaegald passed away yesterday.
Yes, I heard. No doubt the scrabble to succeed him will now grow even more caustic and bloody.
Second-born Victor and third-born Staris. What do you know about them?
Prince Victor is aggressive, a man of pride, yet also a suspicious, jealous type. Prince Staris, on the other hand, is an opportunist, keen to avoid conflict when he can. Neither rival the talent of Prince Ivangar, and neither are fit to succeed their father. Most damningly of all, they both lack the mark of the blessed. What would Levi do if he were in our shoes?
You need not ask Riaz. We already know the answer. The mark acts as proof of one's right to rule. And I should know.
I need your help, Andreas. I don't know what to do.
What is it, Rickles?
I heard from someone I know in Northfield. Their village is about to be attacked by monsters. And they're monsters from the frontier too. The locals can't defend it on their own.
Is this your hometown?
No, it's not. But I will go there often, and I know everyone quite well.
What part of Northfield is this?
The northwest, near the frontier.
I doubt that we get there in time, even if we left now.
You mean?
Their only hope is to abandon the village. That would buy us some time.
Right. So there's still hope.
Only if we hurry. Now, go and get ready.
You're dispatching the Blue Foxes.
We'll be expecting a reward, of course.
Of course.
Those seem to be our monsters. Whereabouts are we?
Southeast of the village, quite a way away. There are no villagers anywhere to be seen, though. Are we too late? Did the monsters already attack?
We'll think about that later. First, we kill them.
Right. Target acquired. Right through the heart!
The monsters are defeated. Now back to Central Field.
What? Aren't we gonna search for everyone?
The fight took a lot out of us. Continuing in this state would be dangerous. More monsters could show up. We need to recuperate before searching for the villagers.
But...
It's not worth losing our lives to find them, Rickles.
I suppose you're right.
Rickles, I have news.
What is it, Andreas?
It's about the villagers from Northfield. One of my scouts has tracked them down. It seems they fled to a nearby settlement, and everyone is safe and sound.
Really?
Aye.
I can't believe it! This is such a relief. Thank you, Andreas.
I did nothing aside from defeat a few monsters.
That's not true. You also found the villagers.
I just didn't want you to get into trouble looking for them by yourself, that's all.
Oh, really? Well, whatever your reason, I'm eternally grateful.
Uh-oh, I'm in for it now.
You didn't come back to Elm last night, Castamere. What were you up to?
I heard about an establishment in northern Central Field that's famed for its beautiful girls. So I decided to go and see for myself. Our work was done. It was time for some sport.
Was this place in territory once controlled by Count Horace?
You keep tabs on this kind of thing too, eh? Nothing gets past you.
Horace ran a brothel where young women he'd abducted were forced to sell their bodies. I had thought that all such venues had been closed down, now that Duke Hende controls the region.
Some yet remain. Anyway, before you jump to any conclusions, I spoke to the girls there. They're all very poor and had no other options. Times of strife require sacrifice, they said. And when I heard that, well, I had to act. I set fire to the place and pilfered all its takings. I gave the coin to the girls, helped them escape, and ran like hell.
So you've been creating more trouble for us, I see.
I suppose they might work out that I did it. If that happens, I'll be sure to apologize.
On your head be it.
Let me be clear. I have no regrets. I will never allow damsels to remain in distress.
Be honest. You went there looking for a good time.
But of course, had the girls been agreeable, I would gladly have enjoyed an evening together.
I despair. Fred, what's the meaning of this?
Meaning of what?
You ordered a massive cavalry training ground to be built in the Eastfield grasslands. That area was meant to be used for testing modern magic from the continent.
Modern magic indeed. The Kingdom of Alatain has its ancient sorcery. We ought to focus on what we do best. And besides, we lack trained cavalry.
Modern magic is a weapon that both the Empire and the Alliance may wield against us. A weapon that is extremely easy to use. It would be unwise not to learn more about it.
Ancient sorcery is more powerful. It won't be outdone by some fad that any fool can use.
Really, Fred?
Worry not, Rias. Alatain shall fight as Alatain does best.
It's a noble thought, but it will see you left behind in this age of progress.
On the contrary, it shall bring about a new kingdom for a new era. You had better steel yourself for the future, Rias.
Listen, Fred.
What?
Never mind.
Might I bother you for a moment? Why, yes.
Oh.
Of course.
I suppose so.
What do you mean?
No.
Understood. We have received an order from Lord Councillor Kimball. The Westfield town of Eulden has been overrun with violence and theft. Our task is to restore order. It seems that mercenaries are to blame, many having lost their patrons in the faction conflict.
I have certainly heard tales of mercenaries left bereft by the passing of their noble masters.
I wouldn't be surprised if Archbishop Joshua were fanning the flames behind the scenes.
Will the princes stop at nothing to win the throne?
Regardless, our orders are clear.
Quinn, try to keep casualties to a minimum.
I make no promises.
Quinn!
Every last member of Victor's faction will die! Round up the Starish dogs and hang them high!
So much hatred and lawlessness. All because of the succession dispute.
Enough of this! We must be united against the Empire.
United? Very well. We shall all be united! Under Victor!
That's not...
Forget it. There's nothing you can say to change their minds.
I thought the alliance was bad, but this... I suppose this is what war does to a country.
Enough of the philosophizing. We need to focus on the situation at hand.
Ugh, they just won't listen.
Even if we deal with the situation here, it won't solve the deeper problem.
If only Prince Ivangar were alive.
No escape.
If this continues, the kingdom will crumble. Something must be done. Thank you for agreeing to meet me. What I'm about to tell you must be kept secret, at least until the time is right. Thus far, you have all known me as Frederick Lester. But this is not my real name. I am Levantia Shatham, fourth son of the late Rhaegal Shatham.
He can't be.
Fred's a prince? Is this really true, Andreas?
Let him explain.
I have kept quiet all this time because I thought one fewer prince would make life easier.
Does this mean... I had always thought that Prince Levantia had been assassinated when he was a child.
The one who was killed that day was Frederick Leicestershire, a boy of my age from House Leicester.
I don't believe it. How can you prove that this is true?
Look at my arm. This mark only appears on members of the Shatham family. This proves my lineage.
That's the mark of the blessed.
We all bore witness to the destruction that beset Yalden. I cannot abide this carnage any longer. It is time to fulfill my destiny as the true royal heir. Therefore, to right this kingdom's wicked path, I ask you all to lend me your strength.
What? Tell that's my son.
How can this be?
How could Fred from
That is one creepy
You're
smart.
really a prince.
Please stop him.
You're telling me that Brynfox's leaders now think...
I'll have no part in it. I'm leaving. I finally got a glimpse at your true intentions, Rias, and I for one shall not be caught up in it all.
Quinn!
The rest of you might want to consider following my lead. Rias, is this really what you want?
The Blue Foxes succeed in calming the situation in Yulden, but violent conflict continues to rage throughout DioField. Meanwhile, Archbishop Joshua deploys his fiercely loyal Templar Knights to Turnberry Meadows. Lord Kimball's troops march there to meet them, and the two factions confront each other head-on. Elsewhere, the Blue Foxes are called to a meeting where Frederick reveals himself to be Prince Levantia, to the shock of the unit. Unwilling to support Frederick's bid for the throne, Walter Quinn leaves the unit. With the factional battle imminent, the Blue Foxes receive an order to eliminate the Archbishop.
Aye. However... What's that? I cannot agree. Aye. Sorry. I cannot agree. However... Enough. Sorry. Ugh.
Something feels off lately. Don't you think, Rias?
Off? What do you mean?
The mood among the Blue Foxes. Everyone is so uptight. And I sense a rage under the surface. We've grown bigger, more prestigious. We ought to be better off than before. But for some reason, I'm feeling constantly on edge. Do you get that too?
The circumstances are hardly fit for relaxation, given that we face such formidable foes. Besides, we're a group of fighters. This isn't supposed to be a place of tranquility.
I know that, but back when we were founded, well, it just seemed that everyone was much more laid back and joyful.
Listen, Izzy. Our battles are only going to become more difficult. I thought we could count on you. But if you don't like the way the units...
Don't you dare finish that sentence, Rias. I've been with you from the start, and I have my pride as a mercenary and as a swordswoman. I'm sticking with you in Fred till the end, until I breathe my last breath. Got it?
And what if you had to pick between us?
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. What's the matter, Estalt?
I've come a long way since I first met you. Haven't I, Andreas?
Well... yes, of course. There are few magicers in the unit who could claim to rival you. I had doubts about your mentality when you first joined, but those have since been dispelled.
Exactly.
Why do you ask?
Catherine's always treating me like a child, reminding me to pack my food before setting out. Telling me not to go too far out on the front lines. She's so overprotective.
You've known each other a long time, haven't you? If she met you when you were a child, I can see how she might still see you that way.
But now I'm a soldier, and I can protect her.
Ah, I see how it is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Ignore me.
Hey, come on, what kind of ideas are you getting? It's not like that, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Don't worry. I won't tell.
You won't?
What is it, Zoroag?
I was just thinking of the day when you and Fred first came to me. One minute you were on my doorstep, famished and bloodied. The next you were declaring your intention to fight as mercenaries.
It was Fred's father, Arlen, who told us to go to you. He said you were old friends. The journey nearly killed us many times over.
Yes, you seemed ready to fall over at any moment. But you had a fire in your eyes.
Fred more than I, to be sure. His family had just been murdered after all.
Nay, I saw more fire in you.
Really?
Neither rage nor obsession, but a cool, unshakable, unwavering spirit. And it seems to have persisted to this day.
What are you trying to say, Zoroag?
I'm just glad you'll have my back, that's all.
Is that so?